Hey everyone, welcome to this month's Hypixel Bingo Guide for June 2023. This guide will be different than the other guides I did do in the past, as I will be going over the goals not in order, but in a way that the goals that will be grouped together. However, the goal names with the timestamps they appear in the video will be down in the description below. Now let's get right into it. Now, as always, make sure to join the Discord I did link down below. It's called Bingo Brewers. It does provide you with some helpful tips for bingo, and as well as free splashes. Now, if you head over to the reaction roles and just click on this megaphone, you can now get pinged for when they do splashes. And you would just want to go here to this text channel, and they will tell you exactly where they are going to be doing it. So right here in the hub 15, that's when a person did a splash there. So once you get pinged, make sure to just go there to the location. There's also this helpful tip right here called carry trading. Here, if you need help in dungeons or another goal, you could basically go right here and just ask for any help and just wait for someone to respond. And if you are focused on these community goals and you want to be in a certain percentage, some people they do actually just take a screenshot of where they are placing. So as you can see, for how much contributions they did and just where they are, so you can get realistically an idea of how easy the community goals are. On to the goals. Once you first start bingo, you would actually want to make your way towards your skybox menu and go towards your pets and equip your bingo pets. Now once you do actually equip your bingo pet, you are now going to be focusing on the community goal called Skilled, which involves getting taming experience. Now getting taming experience basically involves having a pet equipped and just getting skill experience. You will be able to have this done while regularly just playing the bingo, and it's going to be done passively. And actually once you get an appropriate amount of money, you can actually come towards this Zog NPC and buy an XP boost of your choice to get more taming experience. Now, after skill, I'm going to be now naming off the goal that you would want to focus on when starting the bingo, and that goal is going to be called Letter Collector. You would actually want to make your way towards the barn right here and get as many cow minions as you can to start off your bingo, and just place the cow minions on your island. Now, ideally, you should get around 8 to 10 cow minions at least to tier 4 or tier 3. So basically, get as many unique minions as possible to increase your minion slots. And you would want to actually get more storage chests. So if we go towards our foraging collection under Oakwood, and right here, medium storage right there, and then small storage. You also get the large one, but I do recommend just either going for medium or small storage. And this is only going to be done depending on the time that you wouldn't be online to collect the minions. You can also utilize any minion upgrades, such as getting Catalyst for 3 times drops. And right here, you would actually want to go make your way towards your mining collection, Endstone, and obviously the Catalysts are right here. Now you would probably not get this later in this bingo, and Catalysts, they actually do require any crystal fragments. You can get these crystal fragments when a dragon spawns, and then these like kind of endstone crystals will spawn, and you would just want to use a bow to just shoot those to get the endstone fragments, or the crystal fragments. I'm sorry about that. And then crystal fragments also spawn when either killing zealots right here, and you can also potentially get it from a endstone protector. Now we're going to be focused on some easy goals right here, and one of the easy goals are going to be called Fairy Finder. It requires you to obtain 10 fairy souls. So if you are using either Badlion or Lunar, or just any any YouTube videos that does show the Fairy Finder coordinates. So right here, if I just enable Fairy Soul Waypoints, I just go to any Fairy Souls right here. I'll just go to this one. And just easily like that, you can just click on it and you had found a Fairy Soul. So there is many right here in the hub that you could basically get probably within 5 minutes. So that's going to be the easy goal for the Fairy Finder. Now on towards the next goal, which is going to be called Minion Machine. It's going to be a very easy goal as well. I do have a tutorial on which showcases way more unique minions, than the 25 listed in this bingo. And this goal is also very self-explanatory. What minions you can do is going to be Cobble, any of the forging minions, as well as any farming minions, as those tend to be very easy. Now the next two goals that we are going to be focused on are going to be very easy. The one is called Sea Summoner, which requires you to reach 30% sea creature chance, and Poseidon. So to get the sea creature chance, you would actually want to go towards this fish merchant right here and just purchase a fishing rod. And you would want to make your way towards here, towards this library. And you want to make sure you are enchanting level 4 and enchant your fishing rod with Angler 5, and you would want to get 50 XP levels. Once you do that, you would actually want to just visit my island, Let's Play Hypixel, and you want to make sure it's the peach profile. Take out your fishing rod with the Angler 5, and you will actually get the 30% sea creature chance, as I do have a tier 5 beacon that will be basically running during the bingo with 5% sea creature chance. You could also do visit Hunter High Hunter if my island is not going to be available sometimes, because they also will be having a tier 5 beacon as well with the 5% sea creature chance. Now to do the Poseidon, you would basically want to just fish and just summon sea creatures. Now you actually don't need to actually kill, you just need to actually just get any sea creatures. So if you do make your way towards the park, you can actually get squids, which is not going to attack you, but again, you just need to summon them, not kill them. Now moving on towards the next easy goal, which is going to be called Critical. It requires you to obtain 100% crit damage. Now you do have a base of 50% crit damage, and to get the other 50%, you actually have two ways. One of the easiest ways is actually just joining the Bingo Brewers Discord that I did link down below, and just attend the splash. The other way, if you cannot really attend the Bingo Brewers Discord for a splash, you would actually want to make your way towards the librarian and enchant your sword with Critical 5. And make sure you just have 50 XP levels. Once you do that, just hold out your sword, and congratulations, you have just completed the goal Critical. Now moving on towards the final goal, which is going to be called Pet Sitter. It requires you to upgrade a pet with cats. Now sticking right in the hub, you would want to talk to this via NPC and purchase a common bee pet. And you would want to make your way towards cat, and as you can see, you would need about 10,000 coins as well as 128 blocks of coal. Now you can actually get blocks of coal by either purchasing the coal from this mine merchant right here, but if you don't really have that much money, you could also basically go right here and just mine this coal for right here. And if you go towards your skyblock menu, under recipes, your trades, you can see you have this coal trade where you can exchange oak wood that you did chop and get some coal. Now we're going to be focusing on getting Dwarven mines and crystal hollows. The reason for this is that you will need to access these areas to focusing on other goals that are in the bingo. Now to get Dwarven mines, you would actually need mining 12 as well as 3 groups of 10 enchanted material. Now to get mining 12 in a very efficient way, you would basically want to make your way towards this mine merchant and just basically get a gold ingot. And you would want to get some sticks to just craft a golden shovel. Once you get a golden shovel, make your way towards the librarian and enchant this with efficiency 2. Once you do that, you would actually want to make your way right towards here, towards this wheat, and basically do this until you get farming level 5. The reason why, you would actually need that to make your way towards the desert, where you could actually just simply break the sand very instantly. And you would want to do this until you get mining level 12. Now that you have reached mining level 12, that is going to be one of the requirements, and we are going to be focusing on the other requirement, which is going to be 3 groups of 10 enchanted material. Making your way down towards the Obsidian Sanctuary on the Deep Caverns, you're going to be going to the Obsidian Sanctuary and talk to this NPC called Rise. He's going to ask you for 3 groups of 10 enchanted materials, and it does say it needs to be different, but if you actually just switch lobbies, you could hand in the same type of enchanted material. And the same type of enchanted material that I'm going to recommend is to either do lapis or you're going to want to do redstone. The reason for this is because once you do break a redstone ore or a lapis ore, you are going to get multiple drops of the material. And now the next one that you do want to actually may focusing on, depending on if you want to do it or not, you can actually do coal. The reason being because if you want to do your skyblock menu, you would actually just need enough to get the enchanted coal recipe, so just 1000. And you could actually focusing on if you make your way towards your recipe book, your trade menu, and because of this coal trade, you could actually just chop wood and basically get your 30 enchanted material just like that. So that's going to be one thing that you may want to focusing on and just do whatever is best for you. Now once you unlock the Dwarven mines, to get the crystal hollows, you would actually need Heart of the Mountain tier 3. Now to get Heart of the Mountain tier 3, you would actually need Heart of the Mountain XP. To get Heart of the Mountain XP, you would actually want to make your way towards the king, and you just want to just follow this path that I'm taking right here. Now once you have made yourself towards the king, you are going to see these commissions. Now instead of the material powder that you do see, you're actually going to see Heart of the Mountain XP, and the base one is going to be 100, and the daily bonus, which is going to be applied to 4 commissions per day, is going to be the 900. So in total, you're going to supposedly get 4000 EXP per day. And you want to do this consistently for 3 days, as you should unlock crystal hollows on your 3rd day. Now to find out the commissions that you will be doing, you just want to read, and this may involve just laying either goblins or ice walkers, or even mining a certain material or titanium in selected areas of the Dwarven mines. Now you can also get Heart of the Mountain XP in daily events such as raffles, the goblin raids, or material growments, as those events do give Heart of the Mountain XP, but I do just recommend just sticking to your 4 daily commissions and utilizing your time spent on other goals. And now that we have unlocked Dwarven mines and crystal hollows eventually, we can now focusing on these goals, which is going to be applied to the Dwarven mines and crystal hollows. That will make it very easy. And one of these goals is going to be called Now We're in Business, which calls to you to craft a diamond spreading. Now the diamond spreading, if we go towards our Skylock menu, mining, and it's going to be about 5000 diamonds that you would need to mine. Now making your way towards the Dwarven mines, you would actually just want to go right here and jump up on this cart, and you can mine right here for diamonds a lot. And these just basically respawn for you. And to utilize this faster, you would want to actually have Fortune Tree on your pickaxe to just get very much a lot of diamonds. Now if we actually go towards our Skyblock menu and actually look at the recipe, it does call for vines right here. Now for vines, you would actually want to make your way towards the park and go towards your jungle area right here. And once we actually made our way towards the jungle in the park, you would actually want to get enough to actually get tier 4 in the jungle wood to get the vines trade. And as you can see here, if we make our way towards the recipe, right here, you can get the jungle leaves and exchange that for vines. Now to get jungle leaves, you could actually get a shear and just basically break the leaves right here. Or you could actually go back towards the hub, make your way towards this builder NPC, and it's going to be under deep green thumb, and right here you would basically want to get 40 exact jungle leaves and exchange that for vines. Focusing on the next goal, which is called compact crafting, it requires you to obtain a super compactor 3000. Now, staying in the Dwarven mines and looking at the compact super compactor 3000 recipe is going to be under actually cobblestone, and it's going to be right here. And as you can see, enchanted cobble and the enchanted redstone block. So you actually want to make your way towards the Dwarven mines and just follow where I'm going to be going. And you want to just take out your pickaxe and just instantly break any of these cobblestone right here. As you can see, if people are going to be right here, you can just switch lobbies and just get a bridge that's going to be very not crowded, and that's how you're going to be wanting to get your cobblestone. Now, to get the redstone block, you would actually want to just stick into the Dwarven mines right here, and you just want to follow me to where the redstone will be. Now, there is going to be redstone right here that you can mine in your cart. It is recommended to basically stick to the Dwarven mines instead of deep caverns, as some pig minions might attack you if you will do it on the deep caverns. And right here, same thing, you would actually just want to get Fortune Tree to speed up this process to get the redstone block for the super compactor 3000. So right here, it's going to be right there. Now, focusing on the next goal, which is called Topaz Crystal, you would want to get that in the Crystal Hollows. Now, once you obtain the Heart of the Mountain Tier 3, you could actually need to make your way towards this weaponsmith and just buy yourself a bow, preferably the artisanal short bow, as well as just filling your quiver with just arrows. And once you do that, you would want to make your way towards the Dwarven mines right here, and just follow me to get access to the Crystal Hollows. And talk to this NPC called Gwendolyn, pay the 10,000 coins, which will give you a pass for 6 hours. And once you are in the Crystal Hollows, you would basically just want to say bow chords and just wait for someone to just give you the chords. If someone doesn't really give you the chords, you could just switch lobbies and just do that. Or if you do find a wishing compass, you would basically want to make your way right under here. And make sure when you are using the wishing compass that you are in the magma fields to basically have it point towards Bal. Now, once you do find Bal, you basically just want to just get a bow and just kill it right there. And if anyone else is basically helping you kill the Bal boss, once you defeat it, you basically would want to just come right here. And right here, the crystal will just spawn. And you just want to just click it right here. And that's how you're going to want to get the Topaz Crystal. Now, moving on towards the next goal, which requires you to obtain 50,000 mature powder. We are going to be both utilizing the Dwarven mines and the Crystal Hollows. Now, making our way towards the Dwarven mines, you would actually want to basically do any commissions, and you can receive mature powder just like that. And you can also make your way towards any material that you can mine. So I will be showing you that right here. So as you can see, these cyan clay, cyan wool, and these prismarine, and these light blue wools. If you actually mine the light blue wool, that will actually give you the most amount of material powder, but it will actually be a longer time to mine. And now there's actually going to be 2 NPCs located in the Dwarven mines that give you a daily bonus of 1,000 per NPC. So as you can see here, we can talk to Fetcher, and he's going to give us a text that we would need to retrieve the items and give him to Fetcher. And you can get 20,000 coins as well as 1,000 mature powder. Now, I do recommend just utilizing the Google and just searching up Fetcher daily and going on the fandom website, as they will basically give you exactly what Fetcher needs. Now, for Fetcher, he actually does reset daily. So once you do, I believe it's gonna be maybe 12 p.m. EST once he resets. And the next NPC would actually want to go towards the puzzler, right here, towards the king, right here, towards the left, and we want to go in towards this room. And you basically would want to talk to the puzzler. Now the puzzler, instead of saying come back tomorrow, he will basically give you basically arrows in chat, and those arrows you would want to just locate the correct block that you would need to mine. And if you are using, I believe, Lunar and Badline, if you go towards your mods and just do, I believe it's called Puzzler, yep, and enable the Puzzler Solver, it will basically tell you which block to break. And the puzzler resets every time you actually accomplish a puzzler. So right now, if I basically did it right now, 24 hours from now, that's when I can do the puzzler again. And it does give you 1000 mature powder. Now sticking into the Dwarven mines, if we actually go towards this events guide, and as you can see, mining events occur 20 minutes around the same time. One should be happening soon. But events that you do want to pay attention to, I believe, is going to be the raffle, I believe the Matril Gorman, and possibly the Goblin Raid, as those events would possibly give you Matril Powder. And the other one is going to be when a gas does spawn, so going to be over here. Oops. Now usually a gas spawns right here, and you could actually just see it in chat. And if you have a bow, you could just shoot down the gas, and you can get Matril Powder just like that. Now making our way towards the Crystal Hollows, you could actually get the Matril Powder in here as well. And you would want to basically pay attention to any treasure chests that do spawn into Crystal Hollows. So let me just find some right here. So as you can see, just opening this treasure chest right here, hopefully I do get Matril Powder. Yep. And as you can see, I got about around 1,200 Matril Powder just by opening that chest. And that's going to be ranging between different amounts of Matril Powder. Luckily, I have some more here. And if you cannot really just find that many chests with the powder, then I just recommend just switching lobbies and just doing that repeatedly until you get the 50,000 Matril Powder. And for both the Dwarven Mines and the Crystal Hollows, it is better to get the passive event for ×2 Matril Powder to get this event for the goal basically be easier done. But if the event is not happening, I do recommend just getting Matril Powder anyways. Now I'm going to be showcasing you the set that you would want to obtain as well as the weapon. You would want to have combat level 12 to have access to the End Island and 200 coins. I will have a money making method timestamp below in the description, and as soon as you have that, you can now move on to what you need to do now. So going back towards the hub, you would actually want to make your way towards this weaponsmith. And you would want to actually buy this end sword. The reason being because you actually have this deal 100% damage to Endermites, Endermen, and Ender Dragons. And once you have that, you would want to basically go towards the Librarian and just actually have it be having enchants actually increase the damage dealt towards the end sword. And once you do have that and the appropriate combat level to have access to end, you would want to actually make your way towards here, and a lone adventurer NPC would spawn around here. Once you talk to this lone adventurer NPC, he will basically give you a quest to actually kill the 5 Endermen. What you want to do that is basically do that repeatedly. For the end sword, you would probably not one tap it, but basically need to do it multiple times, like around 3 or 4. And don't worry, you actually would progress through this quest by just hitting the Enderman repeatedly. Hopefully no one else kills your Enderman. That's going to be sad, but things happen. So once you do actually kill the 5 Endermen to actually progress through the lone adventurer quest, you would want to speak towards the NPC again, and make sure actually you do not have any aggro of Endermen just on you, because once you do that, you can actually pull out the 200,000 coins you have on you and purchase the Void Sword, which will give you access to this weapon right here. And as you can see, it will basically be a better weapon that you can obtain and use this to actually kill Endermen. Again, you would want to, wow, that's very nice. And you would want to use this sword, enchant it to your liking to increase the damage, and just kill Enderman to get the end set. And basically you would want to get the full armor set right here, as well as the weapon, and have that equipped, as well as doing any reforges towards the Ender helmet, and the sword will help here. And this will basically help you in the numerous goals, and will basically be very much easy to have you accomplish towards the bingo. Now once you do have the appropriate combat set, as well as the weapon I did recommend, you can now focus on these combat goals. And 2 of these combat goals do basically tie into the rest. And that's going to be Exterminator and Lucky Looter. These are going to be done passively while focusing on the other combat ones, because these basically just tie into each other. As you can see, kill 2,500 mobs, and the loot of 1% or lower from drops is going to be done, for example, if you want to do the Runic mob, or if you want to do the Ender Menace, as well as Let the Star Fall, and much more. Now the goal that we want to be focusing on first is going to be called the Runic mob. This is going to be done actually by finding a mob that actually has the purple name tag as well as Runic on it. And hopefully we could probably find one in the graveyard right here. Yeah. Okay, so I really can't just find any here that are located, but don't actually mind that. You will eventually find one in your venture in Skyblock. So just keep out for the purple name tag and this tag that says Runic. Again, it will be basically any mob that does spawn, so such as zombies, zombie villagers. Even right here, if we want to focusing on crypt ghouls, again, it will just be a purple name tag, and it will say Runic, and you just want to just kill that mob to get the strange effect goal. Now focusing on the Revenant Horror goal, it's going to be a community goal that requires you to kill tier 2 or higher of the Revenant bosses. If you aren't bingo rank 1, I believe, you would not spawn with the Menace bat phone, so you would want to make your way towards here, and right where Menace is, so under here, and you would basically just want to talk to him right here, and just summon these Menace Revenant Horror bosses, and go towards the crypts, and just kill these crypt ghouls. If you do have trouble, like you are still dying with the recommended set and the sword, then I recommend just getting a friend. And if you actually want, you could actually pay attention and go towards the Bingo Brewers. So I will be showing you it right here. And you would want to go under towards this carry trading and just type in to have someone help you with the Revenant Horror. Now I do recommend just finding a friend or just finding anyone here that will just allow you to just kill the boss, and you can just trade it like that. Now the next goal that we are going to be focusing on is called Ender Menace. It requires you to kill 10 Endermen in 8 seconds. Now if you do have the appropriate combat set that I did recommend, and you do have the Void Sword, you should have basically a very easy time by accomplishing this goal. Now depending on the max damage that you do output, I recommend just sticking to the Enderman that's going to be on this floor right here. And you would want to basically get very much Enderman that's going to be grouped together. So right here, I see right here, Enderman, Enderman, Enderman. And you basically would want to get your damage to where you could just one-shot it to just have it be easier. And just kill the Enderman in, I believe, 8 seconds. And just kill 10 of them. And once you do that, you can just accomplish that goal easily. Now moving on towards another community goal, which is called Let the StarFall. Once you did unlock the Crystal Hollows earlier, you could basically go back towards there. So we're going to go towards the nucleus. And you would want to actually go to the area called Material Deposits. And this right here is actually where you could actually find the Team Treasure Item members towards the combat goal. And now these Team Treasure Item members, they do spawn with actually very high health as well as very high damage. And they are focused in on areas that do spawn regularly. I believe this one is going to be here. Let's just find one. So right here, Executive Wendy as well as Executive Viper. These are basically Team Treasure Hunt members. You can even see it with the double T on their skin. And you just want to basically kill that. Now, even with the recommended sword and the set, you would probably need to do like 2 to 3 hits. And that's where you can kill them. And you still might die because they do a lot of damage. What I do recommend is actually getting potion effects, as well as utilizing the splash in the Bingo Brewers Discord to basically help you here. And just basically kill it and find an area that does spawn it largely. Now focusing on the last combat goal, which is going to be called collecting data, it requires you to reach Bestiary Milestone 3. Now you should realistically be close to it if not already have the collecting data goal, just by focusing on the other goals related to combat such as Exterminator, even the Lucky Looter, Let the StarFall, or even the Revenant Horror one, possibly Ender Menace. But if not, you could actually see of how close you are by going towards your skill, combats, bestiary, and right here you could see how progress you are towards milestone 3. Now it's going to be up to you which mobs you do want to really kill if you didn't reach the milestone 3 already. And if you can look here in the deep caverns, if you want to just kill, for example, ice walkers, or even sludges are very redstone pigmen and these miner zombies, you should easily be one-tapping even the lapis zombies and the miner skeletons. Now for example, for tier 1, tier 2, or tier 3 of generic mobs such as these miner skeletons and the lapis zombies, the tier 1 requires 10 mob kills, tier 2 requires 15 mob kills, and tier 3 requires 75 mob kills. So between these, if you actually get it to tier 3, these are going to be basically 9 tiers that you have of 30 that you would need to get Bestiary Milestone 3. So just keep in mind for that, and just do any mob that you do feel comfortable doing. Now focusing on the next 2 set of goals that you can accomplish basically by doing it with each other is going to be called Experience and Meiser. This one requires you to obtain 3.5 million coins in your bank, while the Experience requires you to obtain a Grand Experience bottle. Now to actually accomplish this, you would actually want to make your way towards the end. Make sure you have a pickaxe, as well as the combat set, as well as a weapon that does 4500 damage, or around that. And basically, you would actually want to find end nodes. And these end nodes are basically just these end stones with basically particles. So right there, you can actually see it spawns these endermites. And you will want to basically kill these endermites, and they drop mite gel. So right here, if you actually do sell it to NPCs, as you can see, you can actually get 2,000 per mite gel. And it does actually drop other stuff such as the enchanted endstone, as well as possibly enchanted obsidian, even grand experience bottles, which is going to be what we want to get for the experience goal, as well as drops titanic XP bottles, and even some other stuff such as the equipments that you could sell for 10,000. So as you can see, if you just basically find these particles that do have the purple with it, you just want to just break it again. And oh, look at that. And even if you get any duplicate armor pieces or even equipment, just be selling it to NPC, and that's how you're going to actually get your money for the Meiser goal, as well as if you get the experience for grand experience, hopefully right here, nope. And as you can see, actually right in the chat right here, I got 2 times grand experience bottles, and you can see it in my inventory. And that's how you basically want to accomplish this grand experience goal. Now, other money making methods for the Meiser goal that you could actually do is going to be revolving around if you want to do any farming. So right here, you could actually just break any wheat and just sell it to NPC. With the recent garden changes, as well as just like increasing the crop prices, this does get you a good amount of money, but I do recommend just doing the end nodes. Now, if you make your way towards your spider's den, and you would want to actually make your way towards an NPC, hopefully it's right here, and it's going to be, you want to actually talk to this NPC right here. He's going to actually give you a compass that actually gets you to focus on finding relics. So relics, they do give you about 10,000 coin each, and there's going to be about 28 of them, which I believe gives you about 280,000 coins. And you basically just want to just click on these relics. I recommend just finding a YouTube video or even a guide on the internet that will just show you it. And just have the money just like that. You can also go back towards the desert and you can basically instant break sand. And you can just sell that sand towards back to NPCs, and it can give you a very great amount of money. Now that's going to be all the money making methods I can just figure out. If you do have any that I didn't list, you can just tell that in the comments below and share that with everyone. Now the next set of goals that are going to be revolve around dungeons. Now if you did all the combat goals, you should be combat level 15 or maybe higher. And if you aren't combat level 15, you can just go towards the Dwarven mines, so right here. And just follow me. And right here past this palace bridge, or the Devon bridge or whatever, you can actually see these NPCs called Ice Walkers. And if you actually just kill any of these Ice Walkers, they do give you a lot of combat XP. Hopefully I can just kill one. And as you can see, damaging with a pickaxe is what I do recommend, as they will just one-shot these Ice Walkers. And they give you a lot of combat XP, which will get you the requirements and for the dungeons. So now the goal that we do want to focus on with dungeons is called a lost cause. It requires you to kill a lost adventurer. Now I do recommend just finding a friend or basically utilizing the Discord that I did link down below. And you basically want to come towards this carry trading and just basically say that you need help with the lost cause goal. Once you do that and you find someone to help you, you can basically go back towards your dungeons and start up the entrance floor. And the reason why you do want to start the entrance floor is because it will basically be the floor that will basically have it be easier done. So let's just start up a queue, and it's going to be on the entrance floor. And the class that I do recommend, you could probably go mage or even berserk. It's really up to you. With the set that I did recommend, with the void sword and the ender set, you will possibly still die, as well as like do not do a lot of damage, but it's still going to be a set that's going to be enough to actually have it be done. So right now we're actually just going to find a lost adventurer to kill. And right here, this is where a lost adventurer is. Now I do recommend just having your, oh, I did not know I would just one tap it. But basically, you would just want your friend to basically have the last adventurer to have it where the health is gonna be, where you could just possibly 1 to 2 shot it, and just make sure you just deal the final blow to kill the last adventurer. Once you do have that, that's gonna be how you want to just accomplish that goal. Now the next goal that involves dungeon is required to unlock a Obsidian dungeon chest, and at minimum you should get around 250,000. So it is recommended to do this after you accomplish the Meiser goal because it is going to be very expensive. Again, if you do not have the 250,000 at minimum to unlock the Obsidian Treasure chest, I do recommend just get looking at the money making methods I did do in this video. You could find that in the timestamp below. Now a reminder for the Obsidian dungeon chest is that you would need a score of 270 or higher, and you would want to do it on floor 1 to floor 7, but I recommend just doing it on floor 1 as it's going to be very easy. Now again, I do recommend just utilizing the Discord below and just going into carry trading and just saying you need help for accomplishing the Obsidian treasure chest. And once you do that, you just basically would want to start up floor 1 and basically have it done like that. So let's start a new queue, and I'll see you when I get the Obsidian dungeon chest. And as you can see, we actually got way over the 270 score for dungeons, and I got the Obsidian treasure chest right here. And once you basically unlock the reward chest to paying 250,000, you have completed the Obsidian chest goal. And what I do recommend, because you will actually need a milestone reward for your whatever class you do go towards. So you could probably either go towards healer or even berserk, mage, or whatever, and just do that. Now the reason why I do recommend probably healing, because it's going to be probably very easier as you just need to just crouch and you can have your ability, as well as the ultimate ability for the healing is that you get to heal your teammates. And that's going to be probably a very easy goal again for the dungeon class ability. So just make sure you utilize having a friend or utilizing the Discord I did link below to get the 270 or higher on floor 1 to unlock the Obsidian dungeon chest. Now I do believe if you go back towards the dungeon hub and if you don't have the money, within 48 hours you could actually come to this NPC called Croceus, and it's gonna expire within like the 48 hours you do. And right here you could basically buy the Obsidian dungeon chest right here. So keep in mind, you don't need to get the 250,000 as soon as you do complete the dungeons. You could basically get it within the time period just coming towards this NPC called Courses. Now focusing on the second to last goal, which is going to be called Lumberjack, which requires you to obtain level 18 in the forging skill. And this is going to be accomplished easily just by chopping trees with a efficiency 5 golden axe, which I do recommend. And if you actually do want to basically go towards the Discord that I did link below in the description, if you want to head over to the reaction rules, click on this megaphone to get pinged for splashes. And if you go towards your splashes right here, you get notified of when a splash is occurring. Now during the first days you are going to be probably not getting into a lobby as they do get filled up very quickly. So I do recommend just waiting until the 5th to probably the last day of bingo of where you could possibly get the splash effect. And the reason being because it does get a haste tree to basically allowing you to basically insta break any logs. So you just want to make your way towards the forest or towards the park And right here, with your efficiency 5 golden axe, you can just insta-break forging just like that. And you would want to just do this repeatedly until you get forging 18 in the forging skill. Now to end off this bingo, the final goal is going to be called Collector. It requires you to obtain 5 collections to at least tier 7. Now there is a reason for leaving this goal last, because it is possible to actually have this accomplished already due to passively other goals that exist in this bingo. For example, if we look at a letter collector or even compact crafting. If we go towards our skylock menu and farming, for the letter collection, the goal requires you to obtain 60,000 collection. For tier 7, it requires 10,000. And if we go towards our skylock menu and under cobblestone, you would need to create a super compactor 3000. This requires collection tier 10, and as you can see, 10,000 is going to be one for tier 7. And for the super compactor 3000, you would need a redstone block. If we go towards the redstone collection, it's going to be redstone collection tier 8, and it's going to be redstone collection tier 7, which requires for the collector goal. And there's going to be other goals that's going to be focused on this bingo. For example, if you wanted to do the sand that I recommend to just unlock the Dwarven mines fast, you could basically get 5,000 sand instead of waiting for mining level 12. As well as if you want to actually just focusing on the forging, you could do specific type of woods. So for example, for oak wood, it's going to be very unique where you need to just get 5,000 of the oak wood collection to unlock tier 7. And it's going to be for other woods, you would need about 10,000 if you are looking at other woods, except acacia, I guess. Yeah, so it looks like acacia, birchwood, but spruce and jungle looks like it remains, spruce and darkwood remains around 10,000, while jungle, birch, and acacia, and oakwood is around 5,000. So you should be basically accomplishing this goal easy, just like that. Now that concludes the bingo. I do appreciate the feedback in the comments, especially on this new format that I did experiment with. I also did include some stuff relating to Dwarven mines, as well as some money making methods. So I do appreciate any feedback on that if that was helpful towards you. And if you do want to see anything more added towards the future, just leave it down in the comments, and thank you very much, and good luck in your June 2023 bingo.